In the year 490 BCE, 10,000 Greek hoplites attack an invading army of 25,000 Persian soldiers. Will they win the day, or is their homeland about to become the newest addition to the Persian Empire?
Hello everyone, I am Cotastraphe and welcome to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. And today we are going to be reenacting the Battle of Marathon. The Battle of Marathon was fought in 490 BCE during the first Persian invasion of Greece. It was fought between the city-state of Athens, aided by Plataea, and a Persian force commanded by Datis and Artaphernes. The battle ended the first attempt by the Persians under King Darius I to subject Greece, and most importantly, punish the Greek city-states of Athens and Eretria for supporting Ionia in its revolt against Persian rule. Having thoroughly conquered Eretria, the Persian force set sail for Athens and landed at a bay near the town of Marathon. So let's take a look at what units we're going to be using for this. We basically have three armies we got to make. We have the Greeks, which are going to be represented by Spartans, because they're the closest thing I have to actual hoplites. While they are historically inaccurate, thanks 300, at least they have a spear and shield and their iconic cloaks. Luckily, it seems the Greeks left their light infantry at home, so I just need heavy infantry, aka the hoplites. The Persians, we're going to have to make some non-historical choices for. So we're going for ancient Egypt for some spearmen. And we're going to go to medieval times for archers. The Persians had an estimated 200 to 600,000 soldiers, depending on which ancient source you ask, but a modern estimate has it more at about 25,000. The Persian army was made up mostly of light infantry armed with bows, short spears, swords, and wicker shields. Cavalry was an integral part of the Persian army, but for this battle the Persian cavalry was absent for reasons lost to the annals of time, though it's thought that they were boarding the ships to attack the city of Athens directly while it was undefended. Since Uebs 2 doesn't have any official cavalry, this helps me out. So as I said, I'm using Egyptian spearmen for their light melee infantry and medieval archers for their archers. We're going to use 15,000 spearmen and 10,000 for their archers, 25,000 total. Now, Greece only had about 10,000 hoplites against this force. So we're going to select a nice kind of flat land, because the battlefield they fought on was pretty flat and it had water on one side. It had the bay to, I think, what would be the east of the armies, if I remember right. So it seems to me that the World War II beach actually is the best for this. I mean, there's random little hills and everything, but there's a big body of water over here. And there's a nice kind of not so passable area on this side, which is pretty close to what it was. Okay, so we have our team set up. So let's move them into position quick. So this is roughly the setup that we have. We have the Spartans down here, the Egyptian spearmen, and the archers behind. Now the thing we have to change here is typically the Greeks fought in a rectangle 8 men deep. But for this battle, it's believed they elongated their centers so that they matched the Persian line so they wouldn't get outflanked. As you can see right now, if these two were to meet, they could easily just go around the sides. Not good for a hoplite formation. So we're going to have to tweak this a bit. We can't just do one block. Because what they did is that they elongated their center, so it was only 4 men deep. And the sides were 8. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to need a couple more blocks of Spartans. We're going to have to change this up a bit. And this is going to get a little goofy looking, so it's kind of out of order. So what we need is we need 2 blocks of 8 by 500 Spartans and 1 block of 4 by 500. So if you do the math on that, that means we have 2 blocks of 4,000 and 1 block of 2,000. Alright, so I figured out roughly what this would look like. I also realized that I had my spearmen and archers in the wrong places. I forgot what color was which. So now we have the center line elongated, not as deep as the 2 flanks. So now what happens in history is that the Spartans, well, actually the hoplites, no Spartans in this battle actually, The hoplites apparently ran 1.6 kilometers, which is just under a mile for those of us using the imperial system, all the way to the Persian front line. I have no idea if this is that long. It might be too long. It might take forever for them to get there. I'm not sure. Don't have a... Oh wait. This whole thing is 1.39 kilometers across. Oh god. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I have to make them run from one to the other. It's going to take them forever to get there. They're going to get shot to death by arrows, most likely. I could do it, but it's going to be really boring. So we're going to have them start just a little bit away so they can get there somewhat quickly. The other thing that's a problem with this in history is hoplites were not lightly equipped. They had long spears that were anywhere between 8 and 14 feet long, I think, if I recall correctly. They also had a short sword, their iconic big round shields, and if they could afford it, armor. Now if you think about that, a normal human being running almost a mile in all that heavy gear, by the time they got to that front line, would have nothing left. But luckily for us, we have Hollywood Spartans in loincloths, so they can get there and be fresh as they were born. So, who's going to win this battle? Place your bets now. And as usual, I apologize for any historical discrepancies. I'm kind of limited by what I have in the game to work with. One other piece of information that would probably be good for you to know, might sway your betting just a bit, is that according to Herodotus, one of the ancient sources that we get this information from, the Greeks lost 192 hoplites. Just 192. On the other hand, he put the losses of the Persians at 4,000 to 5,000. But of course, this is Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. The death toll is going to be higher. The better question is, who's going to be alive at the end? Hope you got your bets in, because the betting window is closed. It's now time to get to the battle. Alright, and we are in the battle. So as you can see, the Spartans have quite a long ways to go, and they're going to have to go through a hail of arrows to get there. But if you've ever seen the movie 300, you know that that just means they get to fight in the shade. So, we are ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. And just like Herodotus says, the Spartans, in this case hoplites, are just running full bore towards the Persian lines. I'm not sure who's going to win this. The Spartans are better melee fighters than the spearmen, but the spearmen have a ton of archers backing them up. Waiting for that first volley to come in. Here it comes. Oh, that guy got hit. Oh, you can see some blood splatter here and there, but they're still coming on. The spearmen are countercharging. Oh, arrows just flying off of stuff. Look at those arrows just bouncing off of shields. And the battle has begun. Looks like the Spartan line, being just a little bit longer, is allowing them to flank around the side. And the arrows just continue to pour in. How are the kills looking? Well, Team 1 is in the lead in kills. How many of the arrows are actually hitting still? Luckily, them being so close is allowing the archers not many good shots. Oh, look at that. Just gonna have a pool of blood there at the end here. Alright, well. The Greeks have lost 1,000 of their men. But the Persians have lost almost 5. So, this is going to be interesting. Oh. They're killing off this side. They're going to start being able to flank around, although the archers are going to have just a perfect opportunity to shoot them. Oh, they're flanking around the other side too. The spearmen are getting enveloped. Which is actually what happened in history. In history, the center line that had less hoplites defending it broke, ran, and then the flanks were able to pincer the center after winning their fights. So this is actually somewhat historical. It's actually somewhat accurate. The only problem is, as these guys go around the side, they're getting pelted by arrows. So the question is, can they kill off the spearmen and still get to the archers? Or are they just going to get pin-cushioned? Never mind the, I can't remember what those are called. I used to know what those were on the beaches of Normandy. I'll have to look that up. Never mind that. Don't worry about it. Oh. Yeah, their front line is just getting decimated. The spearmen. The Greeks have now lost over 2,500. But the Persians are down so many. They've lost over 10,000 men. With the archers being back there, with the spearmen in front, they can't get enough good shots off on the main line. It looks like the arrows are just flooding in over here, though. But look at them all bounce off. They're trying to kill him. They're doing as best they can, but I wasn't too sure about this. I thought for sure the archers would have more target practice. I put them back too far. They should have been a little closer. They could have gotten more shots off. But while those spearmen distract them, they have a lot of good flanking fire going on. It just looks like they're just not doing anything. This is not looking good for the Persians. Which, again, is historically accurate. They lost this battle. According to Herodotus, though, we've already exceeded our deaths by multiple amounts. Oh my god, look at that. It's just a sea of blood and bodies. You can see there are a bunch of dead Spartans in there, though. These guys aren't letting it go without a fight. They're almost spent. Spartans still have 6,000 men left. And the Egyptian spearmen are almost gone. Which means soon all these Spartans are going after that blob of archers and it's over. The archers just can't do enough. I was looking at the stats of the Spartans and they don't have like any armor. And their block chance, I mean, for melee is good. For ranged, it wasn't that great. But it's doing them wonders. Oh, that one just died over there. I love watching the arrows plink off. So much fun. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, that's it. Here they come. Through just a hail of arrows. Look at this. Can they make it? They're almost there. Slow-mo. Can anybody make it? Oh, nope, he's dead. Are you gonna make it, bud? Oh, that one in the distance just died. You're the closest. Are you gonna make it? Just arrows flying everywhere. Just imagine if you were this guy just running into this hail of arrows. Oh, he blocked one. Oh. Nope. Oh, sorry, dude. You didn't make it. Okay, you know, I was thinking these archers were done for, but this hail of arrows, this barrage is just stopping these Spartans in their tracks. They are getting slightly closer, though. They're getting slightly closer. Oh, the archers are backing away. Oh, they made it. They've made it. Ah, man, I just feel bad for the Spartans. I mean, the spearmen just died in droves, but these Spartans are just getting just plinked with arrows. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I mean, the archers are dying off pretty quickly, but I don't know if they can do it. There's only just over 1,000, now under 1,000 against 9,000 archers. They're not going to be able to do it. They're done. Yep, there's no way they're winning this. So many of them died on the way here. And the Persians win. Wow. That's amazing. Just look at all this death. Once those spearmen had a clean shot at them, they were gone. They were done. Well, there you go. History recreated, and if everybody was just unbreakable and fearless and fought to the bitter end, it seems those hoplites wouldn't have made it out of there. Or maybe it still would have happened, who knows. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any suggestions for battles, whether historical or fictional, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to make a video on it. I hope you'll join me next time. Bye.